So today's Monday and it's been a really long day. Naturally, a lot of Mondays are, I think. But today, as I said yesterday, Ika had her surgery today, and it was pretty bad. But she shaved all her leg, so she looked like, you know, like a roast chicken or something. I felt so sorry for her. But also, this bandage around the wound, she's bleeding some under it, and I'm so afraid it's gonna be bad. But she haven't bled through it all, and yeah, she's gonna visit the veterinary again in, I think, 3 days. So we're gonna change it, but I'm gonna call them tomorrow because I'm a little bit worried about it. And I had to carry her down the stairs and up the stairs because she's not allowed to walk at all in that way, and she can't jump up on chairs and so on. And I'm trying really hard to make her not do that. And we have to lock her up because otherwise she will try to jump up and on my bed and things like that. And I really want her to be on my bed. I can pet her and cuddle her and take care of her, but I know it's not good for her right now because of her legs. So try to make her just rest. And she has this, shame of cone of shame, I mean, and she can't drink and eat when she has that one on, naturally. So we have to remove it, but you watch her really careful because she has this bandage on her arm, or not on her arm, on her leg, almost at the paw, and it's with morphine on, and it's so strong that if she would be licking at it, she might die, and if she eats it, she will die. And it's also very dangerous for people, so we are not allowed to touch it at all. So veterinary going to remove it on the first day, but yeah. And so she really need to have this cone on all the time, and she can't eat and drink it with it, as honest as that. And when you went out, and I carried her down the stairs and put her outside, she wanted to pee, but dogs sniff the ground before they pee, and she couldn't because she wasn't reaching the ground. So she was so unhappy, and so finally she just sat down, and you can look at her. She's like, oh, I think it was awful. So I'm gonna try to remove the cone when I take her out tomorrow and keep a very close eye on her all the time. So I hope it's gonna work out because I feel so bad for her. So yeah, Andrew went to her preschool today, and I guess it went okay. She peed in her pants once, and after that I apparently put her on her diaper, and I think that was pretty bad of him. Because, like, I mean, she's 2 years old, and it's first day back after a month away, and having one accident could happen any kid. So I think she could give her more chance to just put on her diaper directly, because now she had all those rashes and so on when she came home, and she wasn't wearing diapers at all at home. So yeah, but so I feel bad for her, but there's not much I can do about it. And also she was really tired and a bit upset when she got home, and she was screaming and crying, just want to be very close to me all the time and so on. So I guess it wasn't the best day for her today, and it feels in your heart like not good. And as I'm talking about this preschool headmaster, which I really dislike, the thing is, at Wednesday I'm going to a meeting at my job where I'm going to meet her. Sorry, and she don't know this, and I am sort of holding, leading this meeting, and she has no idea about this, and it's going to be so good. Yeah, I am evil sometimes, but as I said before, I don't believe in karma, but sometimes bad stuff actually happen to bad people, and she will be so awkward. I think the situation is awful, and I'm sorry, because she's not prepared at all. She have no idea I'm going to be there, because it just says the preschool where I'm working for, and I don't think she's aware that I'm working at that preschool, and she does not expect me at all. So it's going to be fun, I think. Yeah. No, I feel awful when I'm saying that, but at the same time it feels a little bit good to be bad sometimes. So, I mean, she deserves it. She's been really bad to us. No, that's an awful thing to say. Oh, but it's true. Yeah. Also, Ro is absolutely loving mittens. I know some kids remove the mittens immediately, and I hear my friends have problems with it all the time, but Rue loves them. She's so excited about mittens and hats, and it's quite funny to watch because when the kids, remove them all the time, and you can see the playgrounds full of lost mittens, and there's Rue who loves hers, and it's kind of funny. I actually made a pair for her today, and tomorrow I'm gonna bring some yarn and some needles, crochet needles. No, not crochet. What do you say? Not crochet. You say knitting needles. Yeah, to my work, because I have this colleague who's just started work there, and she's expecting a baby, and she wanted to make something for a baby. It's her third child, but she didn't do anything for two first of them, and she really wants to do this for the third time. And she comes from Iraq, and apparently knitting is not a big thing in Iraq. She said that her mom knew how to do it, but she didn't do it much. She was sewing clothes and so on, but not knitting, and she didn't know anybody else who'd actually know how to do it, so I'm going to teach her it. I promised to do that, and I brought yarns and needles a few times already, but we haven't had a break at the same time, so now we're really going to do everything at time or breaks, so I really can sit down with her and help her to teach her how to knit. It's going to be fun, I think. So yeah, it reminds me, when I was in India, I brought all those little patches of clothes, old clothes, like for a patchwork, for a quilt, and started to make that. And it's something, it's very traditional, we do it a lot here and so on. And I thought it was very international, because I seen it from all over Europe, and I've seen it from North America and so on, those quilts, I mean. And yeah, I was sitting there, and nobody have seen this. And I was